Hi there, my name is Logan with Earl May, and today we're going to be talking about some fall cleanup for your garden beds. To kind of kick us off here, I just wanted to go over some tools that you may find necessary, or at least very, very useful for doing your projects or your home projects. To kind of kick things off here, having a nice set of hand pruners goes a very, very long way with pruning things like hydrangeas, shrubs, kind of those are roses, a lot of those a little bit more particular plants that like to be pruned in a much more specific way. Otherwise, for stuff that doesn't care as much, things like grasses, perennials, stuff like that, a larger set of hand shears will definitely do the trick for you. Once everything is all snipped up and cut to the ground, which I'll kind of go over some of those here in just a little bit, or how to do that sort of thing here in just a little bit, you'll definitely want a handy rake, get things piled up so you can take them to the curb or dispose of them however you want. As far as actual pruning goes, there's really just kind of a few major things, at least here in our area, to keep in mind. Some of the easier things to prune are going to be things like our perennial flowers and ornamental grasses. These guys are about as easy as they come. Something like those large shears that I showed you just a moment ago will be plenty to do the trick here. As far as our perennial flowers go, just cutting these guys all the way to the ground. They will start completely new next year. They'll come back bigger and better. As far as our grasses go, I like to trim these guys down, leave them about 2 to 3 inches or so above the ground. Kind of want them to give them a look of that kind of signature 80s army hairstyle. That's what you're looking for as far as our grasses go. Things that are a touch bit more particular, roses are fairly famous for that sort of thing. But don't you worry, they are fairly easy to prune. I'm not going to go ahead and clip these here right now for you, but I'll kind of walk you through the process. Typically, we only want these guys to be about 18 inches or so tall. Any taller than that, and they can kind of run into some winter burn problems that can cause some issues for the plant later on. So for this particular guy, I'd probably cut him in and bring him down just so he's about as tall as where a large portion of the mass is. As far as those locations on where you would want to cut, it's pretty easy. You just start with the stem, work your way down to where you want to cut, and you're going to want to find a spot, that guy's a little pokey, you're going to want to find a spot that branches out into a new leaf right here. You'll go up about 1/4 inch or so, cut it at a 45 degree angle, and then this little leaf right there will go on to be a new branch next year. Roses, they can be a little bit finicky with our winter season. A lot of times we can get pretty cold, so there are a couple of things that you can do to help protect them through the colder months. One of them is going to be a rose cone or a rose collar. These are just going to help out with those chilly winter winds, keep the winter burn and those cold winds off of the stems of the plant or the leaves of the plant. Otherwise, a little bit of extra mulch also goes a very, very long way in protecting that root system from the winter cold as well. Next up is going to be some hydrangeas. Generally, hydrangeas come in a couple of different flavors. They're going to be called herbaceous hydrangeas and deciduous hydrangeas. Determining on which kind that you have, super duper easy to do. I'll go over our endless summer hydrangeas here. These are going to be your herbaceous hydrangeas. You can tell because their stems are really rubbery and loose and easy to move around, similar to a houseplant. These guys do actually come back brand new every single year if given the opportunity. Typically they come back a little better, a little bit bigger, and they do like to come back completely new. The other style is going to be our deciduous ones. These are the ones that lose their leaves in the fall, and they're going to have more of your traditional woody texture to them. Pretty easy to identify. These guys, they're what you typically think of when you think of like a shrub or a tree, that sort of thing. These guys do come back from old growth. A lot of people actually like to leave the flowers on over winter. A lot of people find that they still provide some nice, visual texture to their landscape yards, even in the winter months. However, pruning them is super duper easy, whether you do so in the fall or in the spring. Typically, you're going to want to, let me find a good example here for us. So this guy right here, typically you're going to want to come down just a couple of leaves from where the head or the flower is here, and just like that the rose, you're going to want to cut at about a 45 degree angle, just those tips off. It'll regrow some new branches, put on some new flowers, and give you a really nice show next spring. The pruning for the herbaceous or endless summer ones go, these guys you will cut them all the way to the ground. They don't need anything standing up on top, they'll come back completely. Some other tools that you might find really handy dandy for the fall season. Doing a lot of prunings for shrubs, perennials, flowers, grasses, all that kind of thing. You're probably going to be spending a lot of time low to the ground and on your knees. A couple of things that go a very long way and making sure that's a little bit more comfortable would be things like some knee pads like this, especially if you're working in rock beds, mulch beds. Those things can definitely stick to your knees and they can get a little uncomfortable pretty quickly. We also do carry these foam pads here, just something to kind of help take care of yourself, make the job a little bit easier for you. Some Something to also bear in mind, especially considering the last few winters that we've had, at least here in Nebraska, have been very warm and very dry. Having a hose on hand is going to go a very long way, especially if you do have some newer trees or shrubs planted. If you do go or if we do go an extended period of time where things do stay fairly warm, fairly dry, we're not getting a lot of snowfall or rainfall, even in the the months of January and February. It certainly doesn't hurt to go and get your plants an extra drink for the season. Helps them get them through that dry spell. Some other things that we can do to help protect our plants, something like a wilt stop is absolutely fantastic for evergreens. A nice coating of this helps a lot with winter burn, protects those needles from those ultra chilly winds that we sometimes get in our winter season. And then lastly, a little bit of fertilizer also can go a long way towards the end of the season. Gives the plant a little additional nutrients to store up, and provides a little bit of strength to help get through those colder months as well. Well, that's all I've got for you here today. So if you do have any additional questions, please feel free to stop into your local Earl May. We're more than happy to assist you. Thank you very much.